We got some real snow here in the last day or two. We have, I don't know, I'd say like 6 inches. So I'm out here at the veggie garden. I'm coming to check out how the tunnels are doing, and I also want to pick a salad for dinner tonight. I'm pretty happy because even though I keep talking about the fact I need to do it, I still haven't done anything to secure the tarps down on the low tunnels, and they're holding up pretty well, even though, you know, they did get some snow on it, so probably not a bad idea to shake a bit of the snow off too. But yeah, excited to see how my plants are, if I still have food.
Looking pretty good. Looking pretty solid.
One of the good things about the snow and these low tunnels is, even though it's heavy for the top of the plastic, it also holds the extra plastic that I have down on the ground in place. So it kind of, they're opposite forces. The snow that's falling around the base is holding it together, while the snow on the top is trying to make it fall apart. But I'm just gonna do a quick shake on it, and that should take a little bit of the weight off before everything gets melty and heavy here. It's cold on the hands. Okay, let's see inside. Nice and cozy. Nice and cozy and warm. We're pretty dry here, even in the winter. So even though we're Canadian, this is actually a pretty good snowfall for us. We'll get snows like this and then it'll all melt again. And so we don't normally get a lot of snow that adds up to much. So it's, you know, it's fun to see so much fall, but also, you know, it's not like I have to worry about my low tunnels having to hold hundreds and hundreds of pounds of snow weight on them. This is kind of like the worst it'll get. We're gonna have a salad with dinner tonight, so I'm just gonna come out and pick some of these greens. It is fairly warm out today. Obviously, you know, it's still below 0, but it should be warm enough that it's not really gonna hurt the plants to harvest them a little bit. Ta-da!
You know what people call me when they find out I'm trying to start a vegetable farm?
What?
Choy boy. Hey choy boy, they say.
They're breaking off. It's hard to get them, like the little clumps.
Yeah. It'll be nice next year when we have like not just the little row covers, but like big greenhouse.
I'm not complaining because we didn't think that we'd still have food right now. It's pretty amazing to be here at the end of December picking veggies out of our fall garden that I kind of expected to die in November. So I'm still excited. Okay, I'm gonna get some arugula now. So one of the issues with the tunnels that I'm now experiencing, that I know people talk about, is when the snow falls off of them into the space between. You kind of have to space the tunnels out a bit more. We just put them over what we already had growing, so the snow's actually pretty deep in here, and it is going to be hard for me to reach in on the sides to pick the stuff that I want. You know, if we had a taller tunnel, we could just go inside, but I'm not gonna crawl under there today. There's my arugula.
So green.
Took some digging. Called the squat rip.
Sadly, this chair didn't survive the cold weather.
So the next thing I'm gonna do here is slightly ridiculous, because I'm gonna actually crawl inside this tiny tunnel, which is even smaller now that the snow is falling down on it. But what I want is in the middle. And that was a pain in the butt to lift the tarps. So here I go. Hello, can you see me? That was awkward, but kind of effective. Other than the fact I dumped a bunch of snow on my turnips. But the snow actually isn't bad for the crops, the root crops, because it insulates them. It'll kind of keep them nice and warm. It's pretty amazing because I've been picking a bunch of this mustard for a while now, and it's in the dark and it's in the cold, but it keeps growing. Like, must have a crazy amount of energy stored in the roots to actually be sending up new growth. I don't know what's going on with it, but I appreciate.
Looks yummy.
It's gonna be yummy. We have nuts to add to our salad too. Okay, I'm going deep. The camera's actually picking up a little bit of this. I've already picked this plant, but you can see just, you know, how happy and alive everything is in here still. I got a pretty good harvest here. You know, at this point the garden really doesn't look like much. It almost looks more like a garbage pile than a garden, with the fact that it's just this, you know, mounds of tarps. But it is amazing what's still producing in there, and you know, with how it's been going so far, I definitely think we have another month of harvesting out of the garden, which is pretty amazing because February, mid to end of February is my seed starting date, so that means my sad no garden period will be rather short this year, which gets me very happy.